We often think we have time to say sorry, time to express love, time to make things right, but life doesn't always give us that chance. This is a story of a father who gave everything without saying much, and a son who realized too late what love really meant. Take a moment to think about your parents. If they're still around, don't wait. Go hug them and tell them how much you love them. It really matters. My dad was a man of few words and pretty strict. He never showed emotions, never said I love you, and we never got hugs. It was just how he was. But outside the house, he was everyone's favorite, talkative, cheerful, respected. But at home, he was different, serious, reserved, short-tempered. Maybe it was because of his struggles. He had seen betrayal from close friends and relatives. He lost his job at a young age, and I think something broke inside him after that. Still, he never let us feel poor. He fulfilled every need: school fees, clothes, our small dreams, everything. He carried life's weight quietly, hoping we'd study hard, do well for ourselves, and make him proud. When I was in college, his small business was struggling, and he was juggling limited resources and debt. But somehow, he kept it going. He wanted me to complete my studies and get a stable job, but I wasn't interested. I was average in studies, surrounded by friends who were not serious about life. Somehow, by God's grace, and with the help of one friend, an angel in disguise, I got a job. The pay was good, way better than what most fresh graduates get. The job felt important, and for the first time, I really felt in control. Slowly, I climbed the ranks, and before long, I was in a great position with a nice salary. At first, I was humble, but slowly, pride crept in. As I climbed the corporate ladder, I started to look down on everyone, my colleagues, my relatives, even my dad. I forgot where I came from, and somewhere, I started believing that success was mine alone, not his dream fulfilled, but my achievement. Years passed, my parents were staying with me. My father had grown older, heavier, slower. My attitude was getting pretty terrible, especially toward my dad. It was like I was trying to show him how important I was, how to make money, and how to run a family. I was basically telling him he failed as a father. My mother, calm, quiet, ever-loving, took care of him with patience. She never complained. My sisters were married, but visited often. They loved him deeply, but like me, they too found it hard to express it. His strictness had built a wall between us. I had a wonderful wife from a humble background, and we were blessed with 2 beautiful girls. They never asked for much, but I always made sure to meet their simple needs. I never said no to them. I felt this mix of anger and revenge towards my dad. I just wanted to show him how to raise kids right and treat them better. My mother saw my behavior changing. She never said much because I was the sole breadwinner, but once, she said softly, "Your father may be short-tempered, but he loves all of us very much. That's just his nature. But don't become like him." Those words stayed with me, though I didn't understand their meaning back then. I gave my father money every month, but it wasn't love, it was ego. I would think, I am the provider now. I never asked him, "Papa, how are you?" Never took his advice. Never sat and talked with him like a son should. When my father turned 65, his health began to decline. He had diabetes, blood pressure, and knee problems. I hired a personal trainer for him to help him exercise and stay active. At 70, his condition worsened. He developed diabetic ulcers, and I hired a nurse to come every day for dressing. I thought by arranging all this, I was fulfilling my duty as a son, but I never fulfilled his emotional need, the need for love and conversation. My mother, even though aged herself, would serve him silently, with patience and care. She would lift him, feed him, and never once complain, even though he was heavy and sometimes angry. I, on the other hand, often lost patience. Once, while taking him to the hospital in a wheelchair, his legs wouldn't bend properly. I couldn't push the chair, and I got frustrated. I shouted at him. He looked at me, silent, helpless with sadness in his eyes. That look still haunts me. Many times, I cursed him, blamed him for my mother's suffering, told him he had made her life hard. Whenever he called me, I avoided going to his room, pretending to be busy, making excuses. Now, those excuses pierce my heart like needles. If you've ever ignored your parents' call, or thought, "I'll get back to them later," just remember, sometimes later never happens. Before we move ahead, click the subscribe button. It'll inspire us to share more stories of love and kindness. Months passed, and his condition grew worse. Despite daily care, his ulcer spread and his foot was amputated. After the amputation, the wound never healed due to poor blood flow, and it slowly got infected. He stopped speaking much. Even then, I didn't understand his silence. I took care of his medical needs, but not his emotional ones. To me, it became a burden. I would get angry, not realizing how painful it must have been for him. 8 months after his ulcer began, he passed away. The house felt empty. The chair he sat in, the sound of his walking stick, his voice calling my name, all gone. And for the first time, I realized how much I loved him. Tears wouldn't stop. Regret wouldn't end. I had lost my chance forever. Today, when I look back, I wish I could go back in time, to hug him, to say, "Papa, I love you," to sit beside him and just listen. Talk about my kids, their future, talk about cricket, talk about politics, take interest in his interest. I understand now that he was not perfect. Despite all his flaws, he was my father and he loved me. His anger was frustration, not towards us, but towards life itself. He wanted the best for us, and he gave everything he could. He may not have said it, but he loved us deeply. And I failed to see it. So to everyone watching, if your parents are still alive, don't wait for the perfect moment. Say what you need to say. Show them you care, because once they're gone, love turns into regret, and regret never fades. Dad, I miss you and love you, no matter where you are.